In and around 1992, when my uncle, I'll call him G, when my uncle G, uh, he inherited a lot of money. I can't recall if it was from his mom or his grandma. Seemed like it was from his mom. But he inherited a lot of money. He worked it. He retired from Chevrolet in Cincinnati, Ohio, here, right down the road, 22 miles. And so he thought he'd buy 110 acres in McCreary County, Kentucky, southeastern Kentucky. And this land that he bought had a long gravel road, a gravel driveway, and it had a long gravel road to it. So it was 3 miles off the main drag, and even at that, the main drag was just a county road. And he thought he's going to build a big, nice, expensive home. And I think he called it redwood cedar. I'm not technically know if I'm right about that name. But he bought some, he's having a very expensive wood put in it. Well, he's having it delivered. Now, there was a mobile home on the property of 110 acres. And he was going to have a house built sort of behind that, to the right, if you will. A real nice spot for it. It's on its mountainous area. And he worked up at, he lived in northern Kentucky, so he lived 3 hours away. So he's so worried about that expensive material coming in, to build the house. He said, "I'll hire you, not to work, to stay there all night." And I'll give you a choice: a shotgun or a rifle. I took the rifle. He said, "I don't want no trespassing at all. If you catch him," he basically told me this. He says, "I want you to say," and I quote, "get the hell off my damn property," unquote. And he told me this: if you don't say those exact, I don't know how you find out. If you don't say these exact words, I will not pay you. He offered me $200 a week, get paid on Friday, because he'd come down on Friday. And I said, "Well, I don't know." He said, "You want it?" He was real frank. He had a little bit of an attitude. He said, "Do you want it or not?" That's how he put it. I said, "I'll take it." I was needing the money. Now, I didn't take a call. I lived about 10 miles from her, and I was heavy into mountain biking then. He said, or I said, I ain't gonna bring him a car, because if there are some no good in the wooded area, I don't want, in a car, they're going to shoot you, they're going to shoot you anyway. And, you park a car outside the house or a mobile home, and they can flatten your tires. I took the mountain bike in the trailer with me. But I didn't want nobody, I kept the light on at the mobile home. I just kept it on all day. If he said anything, he said anything, but he didn't come down only on Fridays, the weekend. And I took a mountain bike so nobody would notice me. I had a flashlight, and I walked it. It was about a 3-mile walk. I walked it. I didn't want to be, man, you talking about a spooky-ass ride or walk. Oh, God. So you see me with this light here. That's the way it felt like. You just heard that car go by. Imagine I'm out in the shed. I'm making a little set here. Imagine being 3 miles middle of nowhere, and you kind of get the idea how damn spooky it was. Dead quiet. I mean, dead. You didn't hear. You didn't even hear no animals. I don't know why. The mountains, dead quiet, very spooky. And here's what was spooky. His driveway was probably a half-mile long. He had a gate, like a government gate. And sometimes at night you would think it was a real straight driveway. It was straight until it come to the mobile home. Then it then it made a left-hand turn and sort of horseshoe, I guess if you will, to the house where he's having a house built. But God Almighty. So you see me right now, you kind of get the feeling how damn spooky it really was. If you ever tried it, I walked 3 miles, then I had to sit in the mobile home all night long. I had a radio playing low, and even a cockroach going across the floor. It was so quiet. You would think, "Oh my God, is that someone trying to break in on me?" I had a rifle and it's laying right beside me. But that's not, it's spookier than hell. And what was so odd about all this? I did that for like 2.5 months, like I said in my other video. What's so odd about this? I don't remember no moon out for those 2 months that I walked anywhere from 11 to midnight. I was wondering, I didn't want to be there all damn night. And he lived up north. And I could get by with it. It's just that I had to be there all night. How could he prove if I wasn't? Well, he was trusting me. Because remember, he took the phone out. And the way I was glad he did, that way he couldn't call. So if he called and I wasn't there, he probably got the attitude he wouldn't even paid me. Fire, if he called being fired. But I'm sort of glad he did take that phone out. That way I could really come in as late as I want. One time I got there, latest I ever was about 12:15, 12:20. But I was basically there. Someone's going to steal. They're going to steal at 2 or 3 in the morning. But I was basically there. Latest, I think it was like 12:15. Once in a while, I get there about 10:45. And boy, I dreaded that walk. Once I left the other house and got off the main drag and started on into gravel road, then there was an abandoned house. Probably about halfway on the left. That was spooky to walk down. Boy, I tell you, that was spooky as hell to walk. Oh my God! And I got a 6-foot lantern here. I just had he just bought me a 2-cell flashlight. It was, a matter of fact, when I think about it, it wasn't no LEDs. It was all the filament bulbs. So if I would drop that bulb, he didn't give me no spare bulbs at all. All he did, he bought the light and he bought me I think it was two sets of D batteries. If I would drop that light, I'd broke that bulb up. It's because there's rattlesnakes down there. Oh, and when you first got on that gravel road, it was real big ass rock. For some reason, kind of got a little rock, but it was gravel road. But I tell you what, that house, though, hadn't been lived in 100 years. Old house. Damn, that was spooky. I look back at it now and I thought, all that for $200 a week. Jesus. Then when here's what's creepy as hell. When I got to his gate, remember he had a long driveway, I just said. Got to his government gate. I had the key to unlock it. Now, once you went through his driveway gate, which was about a half-mile long, his driveway alone, the driveway was straight as an arrow, straight as hell. You could take a light, and the light was pretty bright. He bought me a pretty bright light. I didn't keep it on my way. I kept it off 90% of the time, just every now and then. But that driveway was so straight that you could see anybody, if there's anybody up there walking. Damn, I dreaded turning that light on. But I had to make sure nobody's walking at me. Middle of nowhere, around 11:30 to midnight on average. Jesus. When I finally got to the mobile home, it's the worst part. Checking the rooms, make sure no one's hid in the rooms, make sure I've not surprised nobody, because, see, remember, no car, I took my mountain bike, no noise. There's a little drawback to that. If somebody was in there going through the mobile home, they would be hiding on me. I had to check all those rooms because I didn't want to fall asleep and have a damn knife to my throat. And I always kept the rifle in the closet, in the bedroom. And the worst part of all, checking, you're by yourself, middle of nowhere, 3 miles out, and you check that closet of the bedroom to see if that rifle's still in there. I tell you what, if that rifle had ever been missing, I would have shit my pants, because, oh my God. Man, creepy as hell. But when I feel that rifle still there, I grabbed it, then I went through the rooms. But even with a rifle, it'd been hell to catch somebody in there. Oh my God, it'd been like catching the devil, you know. Somebody's in there, 3 miles middle of nowhere, there's no houses around. You know, they're up to no good. Damn, that was creepy. Man, I even think about it now and get goosebumps over my arms. Oh, was that creepy. All that for $200 a week.